What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Will back again, here to do some pitcher projections. Today is Thursday, October 16th, and we got two games on the slate, including the matchup of the day, Toronto versus Seattle. You got Scherzer versus Castillo. Should be a good one. Our top three pitcher Ks playing today. Coming in at number one, you got Luis Castillo in Seattle with 162. Tyler Glasnow with the Dodgers with 106. And coming in at number three, you got Max Scherzer with Toronto with 82. Before we get into the review of yesterday's picks and projections, I'm going to ask you to like, comment, subscribe. And if you want access to all my picks, join the YouTube executive tier, link in the description. All right. To review, we were 1 for 2 for 50%. Kirby hooked us. He only had four. We were right there. Bieber did his thing, and yeah, so Kirby hooked us, and that was the reason for the bonus play not cashing or the pick of the day. So naturally, the ass of the day is Kirby. 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned runs, 3 home runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. George Kirby, ass of the day. Our pitcher of the day was Shane Bieber. I'm sorry. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 8 Ks, and he did let up a home run. But Shane Bieber, pitcher of the day. My pick of the day, I'm going with Glasnow over and Castillo under. I think the Dodgers got the best pitching right now in the playoffs. They've been performing. And Castillo is just not a strikeout thrower. And I don't see him getting five against Toronto. So we'll get into that. And I got another bonus play for y'all. It's in that Brewers Dodgers game. I think it's going to be a bullpen day for Milwaukee, which equals trouble. um, I like Ohtani to get a hit, and I like Andrew Vaughn from the Brewers to get a hit. And in case Glasnow doesn't go over, I do see him getting six. So we'll get into it. Let's get into it. All right. First up, Glasnow. His line is at 6.5. Let's see. Since we're already on it, we're on the head-to-head. And as you see, um, he only did it one time, right? So what are my concerns with Glasnow? Let's check it out. Um, Pitcher total stats. It was his walks, really. Everything else looks good, you know. If we take a look at his last 5 games, you see some shakiness here as far as strikeouts. You got 4, 3, 2. But we look at the last 10, it's some inconsistencies here. Mostly that's what I see is inconsistency, especially with innings pitched. And yeah, so inconsistent, right? But when I look at the numbers, it looks good. The earned runs, you see here in the last 10, right before the last 5, it looked bad. Same thing with the hits. It was bad there for a while, but he seemed to get it under control. Home runs, he don't really give up home runs. Like I said, his pitch count is crazy. It's anywhere from 4 to 7 innings. So I say he's a 5 inning guy. Um, and his walks is crazy. Look at this. The walks is fucking crazy. So we go back to the last 5 games. We look at his strikeouts. His line is at 6.5, right? He had that 2 against Philly. That was a playoff game. Um, no, I'm sorry, 8 against Philly when I'm blowed. I'm looking at the two before that. Was that a Yeah, that was a playoff game too, but he didn't start that game. He just filled in. There we go. That's why. All right. But his last regular season game, 3 innings, he got 3 Ks against Seattle. You see what I'm saying? But that was a regular season game. So you see, if you look at his last 5 games, right, it's all over the place with innings and strikeouts. But I'm looking at his last outing. He had 8 Ks, no earned runs, 2 hits, didn't let up a home run, and the walks were the concern. He had 3 of them. We go back to the head to head. And the latest outing, he faced him twice this year. Both of them was in July. One time he went 5 innings, he got 5 Ks. The next time he went 6 innings, he got 6 Ks. 1 earned run, 4 hits, didn't let up a home run, and 1 walk. So I just feel like the way that the Dodgers pitchers kind of like been turning it on in the playoffs, I think he'll go 6 innings and I think he'll get the Ks. All right. If we look at these starting pitchers versus Milwaukee, the Dodgers pitchers been lighting them up. Snell, Yamamoto, and it's going to continue with Glass now. That's just my opinion. So that's my logic behind that. Glass now goes over. All right, Castillo. I'm fading him. And we take a look at Castillo and let's just put it on this last 5. And as you see here, that looks trash to me. But his line is at 4.5. What are my concerns with Castillo? Strangely enough, don't really have any. But like I said, he's just not a strikeout thrower. His numbers look good. Earned runs low, hits low, don't really give up home runs. The 5 inning guy, and he'll give you a walk. But as you look here, he got 5 against the Angels and 10 against Colorado, right? Teams that you should get Ks against. But if you look at Kansas City, Detroit, you know, and I was surprised he couldn't get the Ks on Detroit. And I just don't see him doing it. Look at the recent starting pitcher stat lines versus Toronto, right? Do you see any 5s there? None in the playoffs. So I thought Kirby could do it yesterday, but no, nobody's getting 5 Ks on Toronto, especially not Castillo. Just don't see it. So we look at his last 5, and like I said, his earned runs is low. You know, his hits are low. Home runs, not so much. Pitch count, he's a 5 inning guy. He could go 6 or 7. Um, Walks, he might give you one, but we look at the strikeouts, and I'm a little going last 10. Um, you got Angels, Atlanta, Tampa, you got 5, San Diego 6, Mets 5. I just don't see him getting it against Toronto. That's it. We go to the head to head. He did it 3 times out of 4. Uh, 2 of those times was last year. We look at the most recent outing. He went 5 innings, 3 Ks, 5 earned runs, 7 hits, let up a home run, and got 2 walks. So he has the potential to do it. I just don't see him doing it. He's not really a strikeout thrower, really. He's like a ground baller, and you know what I mean? So that's my take on it after watching him. You know, I just don't see it. I thought Kirby could get 5 Ks on him. I don't think Castillo can. Um, so there's my logic on that. And let's go to the bonus play. Let's look at that. There it is. I like Otani and Vaughn to get a hit. And we already talked about Glass now. So let's just get into Otani and Vaughn. Um, let's turn this over to my final report here. And we look at the Brewers here. I was looking for somebody who can hit the fastball and slider, right? And when I looked on Prop Finder, I got it on hits. Um, I took a look at Vaughn, and I'm like, damn, it just looked good, you know? And if you see in Dez's home run report, Vaughn caught his eye too. Um, I'm on the wrong fucking game. I'm like, where is he? There he is. All right. So after checking it out, I'm looking and we go to pitches, four seam slider, right? And sinker. And there he goes. I like his slugging against that slider and his ISO. I like him to get a hit. As far as Otani, I think like he's about to be unleashed now, like he's starting to warm up and it don't stop today. His numbers versus the bullpen and just, you know, his slugging is just great. I like him to get a hit, especially versus the bullpen, right? So that's what I looked at. Um, their bullpen numbers, right? And let's see where we at. Yeah, there we go. Dodgers versus the bullpen. And I looked at the slugging and ISO. And these two people caught my eye. So Otani should get a hit. Bourne should get a hit. Glass now should get at least 6Ks. And that's my bonus play. So we got football as well today. Join the executive tier. Dez is cashing daily. Join the Discord. It's free. Link is in the description. All right, y'all. Um, we got two games today. It should be a good one. So good luck and let's get this money.